let's ask ourselves this simple question. When you say autism spectrum disorder, what do you really mean? I do believe we have been told very many times that the autism spectrum disorder, the ASD, is a combination of several neurodevelopmental conditions exhibiting more or less similar characteristics exhibited by our children or our learners. Now, in this video, I'd like us to take through the 5 major types of the conditions exhibiting themselves under this subgroup we call the ASD. To begin with, let us list them down. Number 1 is what we call the Asperger's syndrome. Number 2, rette syndrome. Number 3 is child disintegrative disorder. 4 we have Kenner syndrome, and 5 pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified. On to number 1, the Asperger's syndrome. We see that it was quite common before 2013. The term is actually no longer used by medical people. The medical professionals and personnel refer to as level 1 autism spectrum disorder. A child with level 1 spectrum disorder will have above average intelligence and strong verbal skills, but will experience challenges with social communication. In general, a child with level 1 autism spectrum disorder will display some, but not limited to, the following symptoms. Some of these symptoms of level 1 spectrum disorder, also called Asperger, is inflexibility in thought and behavior. The learner may also have challenges in switching between tasks or activities. In a classroom setting, we say switching between lessons. They may lack effective functioning programs. They may have a flat, monotone speech. They may also have difficulty interacting with peers in school and at home. Number 2, the rette syndrome. This is a rare neurodevelopmental disorder that is noticed in infancy. This disorder mostly affects girls, where we say out of 10 affected cases, 9 will be girls, 1 will be a boy. So we see what are the common symptoms or characteristics exhibited. 1 is loss of standard movement and coordination, challenges in fine motor and gross motor skills. They have challenges in communication and speech, and they have breathing difficulties in some cases, though not all the cases. Number 3 is what we call the child disintegrative disorder, CDD. It's also known as Harris syndrome or disintegrative psychosis. This is a neurodevelopmental disorder defined by delayed onset of developmental problems in language, motor skills, or social functioning. A child experiences normal development in these areas, only to hit a snag at the age of 3 up to around 10. The cause is not known, as similar to all the other autistic cases. But this one, the CDD, is linked to neurobiology of the brain. This one is so much common in boys rather than the rette syndrome, which you said this was common in girls. Most of the areas affected by this CDD include those which had been learned, but then they start going to a snag, include the toileting skills if it was introduced. We have acquired language and vocabularies, social skills and adaptive behavior, and then motor skills. Number 4 is the Kenner syndrome. And the doctors also describe this condition as a classic autistic disorder. Children in this disorder will appear attractive, alert, and intelligent. Underlying characteristics of this disorder include 1. Lack of emotional attachment with others, communication and interaction challenges, uncontrolled speech, obsessions with handling objects, a higher degree of rote memory, and visuospatial skills with major difficulties learning in other areas. The last subgroup, otherwise number 5, is the pervasive developmental disorder, into bracket PDD. At some cases, you find it called not otherwise specified. It's a mild type of autism that present a range of symptoms. The most common one are challenges in social and language development. The child may experience delays in language development, walking, and other motor skills. You can identify this type of autism by observing the child and noting what area a child displays a deficit in, such as interacting with others. PDD is also sometimes referred to as subthreshold autism, as it is a term used to describe an individual that has some but not all symptoms of the autism. All in all, let's try and figure out which condition or which type of autism the child is having before handling them, before issuing medications, and before introducing them to therapists.